So yeah. So let's see what we can come up with. All right, I just got back from doing a quick errand. Probably have to go back out again in a little bit, but let me try to get things going here. All right, so I'm on the B3 Hammond Organ. For those who are trying to learn how to play the organ, there is a startup process on the organ for those who might be new at this. All right, so shouldn't take very long to warm up the organ, I guess I should say, unless it's really cold or something, or the organ is set for a while. So I believe it says off with two little snap buttons. Some people have the press down buttons. They're all type of way of turning on the organ, but mine's have the little flip things. So mine's would say start, and then right next to it, I believe it says run. I think that's what it say. Yeah, I think it says run on there. So it's the left one first, thumb, and then my other thumb is gonna, or my other pointing finger is gonna flip up the other one. So should be no more than, no more than, I should say it like this. It should just be just a couple of seconds, and you can start counting that out. Usually I do 8 seconds or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can hear it coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let go. So I did on 4. So, you know, let's see what happens. Now, I did my run on 4, because what happens when you hit up the start, you can hear the motor cranking up, like, and then you can hear the run when you can hear it kind of like, okay, I'm here, let go of me. So let's see if I got this, if I did two less than the 4-second count on my run. And it's on. Alright, so sometimes you can go too earlier on the run, or you can go too earlier on the start. But usually I do the count like 7 seconds. Every now and then it's either 7 seconds or 9 seconds. And you just count 1, 2, and you can hear the motor when it starts to crank up. Like I said, you can hear it. You literally can hear it going. And as soon as I hear it get to a certain pitch, then I hit the run, and then it kind of like initiates the organ to stay on, basically. And what happens is your start button will drop back because it's on a spring. It'll drop back, but your run needs to stay on. All right, so. All right, so that's the breakdown on doing that. By the way, let me not forget, there were some people who did come in on yesterday, I believe it was. I just got this iPhone, so let me see if I can see if everything kind of switched over to this new phone. I literally just got it like last week. Oh, it's starting to crank up here. So let me see if everything kind of the guy said he was supposed to transfer over, but I think that's gonna take a minute before it start transferring over. Maybe not. Let me see. Services. All right, looks like everything's trying to catch up right now. Zip on my emails. So I see this in my emails for those who came in within the last few days, because today is the, I lost track of day. What's the day? What is the date? 3rd. All right, November 3, Friday. So let me go back to the email. Let me give thanks to those who has come in and subscribed to my channel. Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So let me see. Let me roll back to the email, because I did see some had come in. I know this name from somewhere. All right. So this was all from yesterday, which was Thursday. It looks like my day off when I was from work. Devin Chapman, what's up, Devin? I gotta turn the volume up. What up, Devin? All right, Devin came in on yesterday, and looks like he's subscribed. Thank you, Devin, for coming in on yesterday. I don't like messing up people's names, so I may not pronunciate it correctly, so I'll just spell it out if that's okay with y'all. Let me see. Andr, almost like Andre. All right, Andres. Hopefully I said that correctly. Andres Andres has come in, spelled just like Andre, Andre. It's Andre, but still without the E. Mine has the E in it, but it has the E at the end, which is rice. All right, Andres. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, sorry, my bad, right? But anyway, that's why I like to spell it up the name. Andrice has come in and subscribed. Woo! All right, what up, what up, what up, what up? All right, let me see. Is there anybody else I might have missed? So I'm gonna kind of roll back a little bit before I move forward. That was yesterday. Let me see. Is anything jumped off on Wednesday? I think we was quiet Wednesday because I think I took a chill pill on Wednesday or something like that. So I really didn't do anything on yesterday. I don't think. If I did, I probably don't remember. Yeah, but I don't know from the day tomorrow, yesterday, or the day before. When you start getting close to 100 years old, you don't know where you at. Okay, Sunday. This past Sunday, I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure I probably did, but I'm gonna roll back to last Sunday. OLWETHUZULU has come in and subscribed on Sunday. What up? All right, like I said, I don't like messing up nobody's names. DA Piano Man has came in on Sunday. Woo! Man, y'all about to make me go snappy up here in this organ here. And I think this is Josue. Okay, let me just spell out. Josue. Mendoza came. What's up? All right, so and then Rodney Scott. Woo! All right, that was on Saturday, and this was on last weekend. All right, cool. So I think that was it. So moving forward, looks like some of my data has been transferred over. Some of it. Let me see. I have to check out the rest of them later because I just got this phone like a few days ago, last weekend or last week. For my wife's birthday. Last weekend, matter of fact. Actually, right before the weekend, actually. A couple of days before the weekend. She wanted something, upgrade on her cell phone. So I'm like, alright, I'll buy you another cell phone and some more other stuff. Y'all know how that goes. Yeah. Okay, now. Alright, my ears. Why is this all the way up? Is that mic over there on? Is that mic on? Oh, that mic is not on. I was wondering, like, why I can't hear. Alright, hold on. Let me plug in this mic here. It says to drop the volume because I don't want that snap in my ear. There we go. There we go. Now let me see. Let me push this mic back just a hair. There we go. And is my mic up on the organ down there on the bottom? Let's see. There we go. Got the bottom on there. Got my top. Yeah. All right. Got the tops out. All right. All right. All right, y'all. I'm not the best organ on the planet. All right, so let me slide this over. So as you can see, I showed you how to start up your organ. Also, I'll show you how I set up the organ so I don't have to play around with the drawbar settings as much. I'm here in the house, so even if I was at church, but I set up my drawbar settings pretty much with the B flat precept down here in the left hand. And there is a drawbar settings of 9 sets of drawbar settings. You know. Alright. And so that's the B flat precept. So I set that up with the 2 whites. I don't bring them out to the 8. I bring mine to the 6. Okay. Okay. I'll go over here to the B. precepts. All right, and I set that up with the two white one out. I have a black one out at the 4, and next to it I have a white one which is out at the 2, and the two brown ones pushed in. I have the very last. I mean, are they brown? I think these are brown. I guess. On the end they look black, brown. I don't know. Actually they're black. And then the last one is the white one. If I don't care for it being out at the 2, I'll just slightly push it back in, and then yeah, that's the volume on. Sometimes I don't like this high, so I try to get those highs out of my ear. So that's why I had it at the 2. And if I still don't like it at the 2, I'll bring it to the 2.5. And if I don't like that, I just push them all in. Okay, cool. So you want to set up your drawbar settings on of your own liking, depending on what the situation you might be involved with at the moment. Now, I can't tell you that I may or may not move them or pull out something to kind of change up the sound in my ear if I hear, want to do something. But I may change this up a little bit depending on the situation. Okay. And then I'll go over here to, that's for the upper manual. And of course the pedals, you got the two brown ones out. If I push the left one in, it's just going to give me, I'm on the bottom. Technically I'm on the bottom. So this is the first one. I'll pull them out to the 7. That's my bass line. If I want to give the highs, I just push that in. It's just the equivalent of me doing my right foot. Well, not really. A little deeper. And then deeper here. I was going to say it's just the equivalent of the sound that I would do if I pushed this one in and brought this one out. You can tell on the left foot it's not the same as it would be on the right foot. This is the right foot. That's the left foot. That's the right foot. Completely different voicing. Now, I can get into practicing my left to right foot. It's going to take me a minute because I'm not used to doing that. Playing around with it. And switching the foot from left to right. It's going to take some while. It's going to take some coordination to practice with both foot, but right now I'll just use my left foot. Alright, pretty much for the most part. So I usually set that around about the 7, alright? I don't like my chords overriding the bass line. What I mean by that is if I pull these out all the way out to the 8 and pull this out to the 8 or the 7 or whatever, I feel like my chords is going to override my bass. See that? At the same time, watch this. I don't like that. I don't like my chords to be equal to the bass line, so I'm going to push it into the drawbars to the 6. And then push my drawbar set, instead of being at the 8, I'm going to push it at the 7. Why? Because I have control with the sustain, or whatever you can call it, the gas pedal there. And I got control here with the up or down on the soft voicing, soft sound. Or if I want it to be normal, and then I can go a little louder. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by that. So instead of me having it equal to the bass line, equal to the, I don't like that. It sounds to me overriding. My chords is overriding the bass line. Yeah, and I don't like that. That's not my taste. Alright, so I'm going to push that to the 6. And right, puts my drawbar sets for the bass line to the 7. Smooth. I like to have that smooth sound. Oh Lord. Yes, he gives me that smoothness, right? Now, if I wanted to give it some more juice, whatever, then I already have my dropper setting at the 6 with the 2 white ones. As I said, my brown one next to it, I believe that's brown or black. It's black. It's a 4, and the little white one here is at the 2. Now I want to give you that boy. Cool. See what I'm saying? All right, now lower manual. Now, more than likely, I'm probably gonna tweak my drawbar settings depending on what I'm listening to. I may bring those drawbar settings out and switch it up a little bit. But anyway, let's go to the lower manual. We have the B flat preset here. I have the next set of 9 drawbars here. I got my drawbar setting here at the 6. Right next to it is the black one. I have it at the 6. The white one, I have it at the 4. The black one next to it, I guess it's black, next to it at the 2. And the black one next to that at the 1. And my last one is the white one is at 0. Breaking it down, breaking it down. Okay, next drawbar settings, which is the lower manual, B preset. I have all of those on the 6. Every last one of them on 6. I'm sorry, I said every last one. That's not true. I have every last one of them except for the first 2. The first 2 brown ones. First 2 brown ones I have pushed in. Now, reason why I have it set up like that is because it allows me on the upper menu and the lower menu to play in the middle of the keyboard. So, if I was on the white one here, up top, right, my drawbar settings will allow me to drop down to the next one without messing up. All right, so y'all feel what I'm saying? So I'm on the upper menu. Now, if I wanted to drop down to the lower menu, it's set up where I can play in the middle of the keyboard. Y'all see what I'm saying? Now, if I switch up the precept and go to the next precept, I come back up. Woo! Y'all see what I'm saying? The smoothness of it. And if I drop down to the next menu on the lower menu, I have to I come into this. Now, if I want to switch over and give it a little brightness, I hit the B preset. I'm still in the middle of the board. Now I'm going to come backwards. I just go back. If I want to go backwards, I come up and come out soft. So it's kind of like, you start off smooth, then you want to get a little bit more energy into it, love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Smooth. I love you, Lord, today because you care. I can't sing. And I such a spit. Come up. Back. Stop. I went back to the first one. Switch over. Now, Give it more. Coming out. Coming down some more. Whatever, right? So you see what I'm saying? So once you have it set up, you ain't pulling on the drawbars at all. Like you really like what's the word I want to use? Discipline. Disciplining yourself. So you don't damage your drawbar settings or your drawbars all the time and calling somebody, can y'all come and solder the drawbars back together in the back of the organ and all that. You can save your organ, save your equipment. I look at this like having a car. If I know I got to get to work every day to pay my bills, I got to get to work. If I get in my car and I'm driving and I'm burning rubber every day, you know, you know what I'm saying? Smashing on the gas, tearing up my tires, burning rubber, burning my gas, burning the oil, doing all this crazy stuff. All right, I call it the crazy stuff. Doing this all the time. Eventually, sooner or later, I'm gonna have to come out of money to fix my car because I'm driving it like a maniac. So, if you treat your equipment like a maniac, or you treat your equipment like you respect it, because you know that's your money making. Whether you got a car, a motorcycle, or whatever it is, a truck, or whatever vehicle you got to get to your job or your church gigs or whatever it is, you don't want to be tearing your stuff up. Take it easy. All right? You want to take it easy on your stuff so you can get paid. Because if you're late or you don't show up for work, you don't get paid unless you build up enough PTO or unless you got a big bank account. You don't care. I guess you don't care. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. So that's how I see it. Take care of your equipment, right? Respect it. It's your money. All right? It's your livelihood. Y'all know that saying, it's your livelihood. Okay, let me slide this over. Yeah, it's your livelihood. It's on you. You know, if you want to tear up your equipment, that's on you. But just to show you, it's a breakdown on how I do what I do here. Here in the house as well as I would get to church. I'll set up the organ so that I don't have to always constantly keep playing around with the drawbar setting. And maybe once in a while I might flip it a little bit, but for the most part, you know, I understand. And if I want more, I just go to the next drawbar, the next preset. I go back to the previous preset. And if I want more, just switch over. Right? If I want more, then I drop down to the next drawbar settings. I'm already there, B flat already. come up where I left off at. And if I wanted more or less, then I just go less. Right. All right. So. You know what I'm saying? If I want more, I just do the same thing. Right? All right. If I want do some a little bit different, right? If I want more. Right, see? So I just go in reverse or chromatically, I call it the chromatic movement going up, you know, from mellow, chromatically going up, you know, give it some more and do it that way too as well, right? Okay, so that's how I would set it up. This your Leslie switch. Some have it, some don't. I had to have mine installed on here when I got this Hammond organ. So this is the Leslie. I only have one speed. I don't have the 2 speed, so my horns are not moving until I hit the switch. Off. It stop on the dime. Maybe I might have Elder Devin come over here and install me a 2 speed for this particular Leslie. So the Leslie speaker I'm using is the 45 short. I call it the 45-47 short. You know, got that 45-47 short. So you know, I probably might modify that at some point. I haven't gotten around to deciding, or I'll just go purchase me. I think that thing costs about $3,000. Where did I see that? My wife actually showed it to me. Some guy from a Hammond store out of state. They're selling the brand new Hammond the Leslie's for, I think the highest I've seen. Well, his prices were brand new, rebuilt or refurbished. They were like $3,500, $3,300, somewhere in there. You know, or I'll go to my homie Devin, you know, somebody I know, and purchase me a new Hammond organ or a used one. You know, because he rebuilds Leslie and Hammond. He works on organs in Leslie. Now my wife didn't want me to bring another Leslie in here because she was like, "You loud enough already." I was stacking on top of my other Leslie speaker over here, or I'll put it over here in the corner somewhere. Okay, so that's the breakdown on that. Of course, down below my feet, I got the pedals, you know. All of them work except for the last one, which is B and C at the top, because I took the stems off of them and borrowed them, replaced them for some of the little stems that were working on this on one of my pedals because it got damaged from moving the organ around a couple of times. So I had to just took off the 2 at the bottom and just replaced them. And so often you might have to tighten up your pedals, because sometimes you might get those pedals be doing that. Mine's are tight because I tighten them up myself. I can't even do it. So sometimes you might hear it go. I'm trying to imitate it. So sometimes you might get your pedals be too loose. I don't like mine to be extremely tight, and I don't like them to be too loose. So mine is just kind of set just perfectly, where it's not too super tight, but not too super loose, to where all of a sudden you hear that you step on the pedal, it's doing it. The imitation. And you know, the one that really goes out the most, and I don't know why. Maybe because I use it more frequently than, well, I use them all, but the craziest thing, the one that always go out the fastest is F. I don't know why. F is the one that gets loose quick. I don't know why. All right. B flat is the one that also gets loose too. And I don't know why C always likes to get stuck. And then you down there trying to fix it. Anybody experience that? I know y'all have some organ players out there. I know there's organ players out there that experience this. And that's annoying. I don't know why. And let's see, what's the other dude? G. I know for sure F always, when I go to somebody's organ or my organ at the church at one point, it'll always be it'll always be the F, loose. I don't know if F is always the one that's frequently used a lot, but I seem to feel like I use all my drawbar settings. I mean, all my bass lines, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I use them all 12 keys. That's the funniest thing, is maybe because if one plays in the same key all the time, eventually that particular bass line, I don't know, but for some crazy unknown reason, it always seems like the F is always the one that's loose. Or B flat. Or and then the high C sharp is the one. This is funny. I don't know if this everybody experiences. Or the high C sharp be doing this. No, how can I imitate it? No, let's see. They won't do it now. Let's say all of a sudden. No, how could I explain that? It comes in, but it comes in like this. Instead of coming in like that at high D flat. So those are my experiences. I don't know, organ is funny because the C gets stuck, and you in the middle of playing something, and it's like stuck. Come on, and you gotta keep on playing with. Come on, man, this is crazy. Yeah, C always. I don't know if anybody experienced that as an organ player. I don't know why C gets stuck all the time, and in the high D flat comes in instead of D, it be coming like this. It'd be like, what's wrong with my C sharp? D flat chord, bass line. It ain't supposed to do that. It's supposed to be at least like that. And then B flat comes in, but be bouncing, or it also come in as like that instead of coming in deep. I don't know what it is about D flat and B flat. Those are the ones that like comes in. On the lightheaded side, lightheaded side. Mine do it every now and then. I'm surprised it's not embarrassing me today. But it does it every now and then. Yeah, so between the B flat and the D flat, they be coming in like sometimes like that. But lately, so far, it hasn't done it to me today or for the last couple of weeks, months now. This is probably speaking about the devil. It might end up doing it. No, they ain't doing it. It's not doing it. And then the C. So that's my experience about the bass lines. But when I step on somebody's organ or my church every night, I used to do it. No, she do it no more because Elder Devin gave us another organ, and it did a lot of work on the my new organ at the church. But anyway. Worst case scenario, you might have a Leslie switch that gets stuck. It's only because we abuse it. When I mean, every time I go, I can't do it no more because my mind has, I guess I should say, I've disciplined myself to not to get that Leslie switch every time I do a chord. I might do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I might do about 20, 30 chords because I've learned to discipline myself not to always have to hit that switch. Now I want to hit the switch. Hey, instead of flying around here. Hey, get out of me. Get out of here. Get out of here. Now, switch off. Right? So, we do need to learn to have self-discipline. All right? So, I'm learning to have self-discipline without having all the time hit that Leslie switch. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today. say, because it's embedded in a such a special way. That's why my heart is filled with praise. Switch over to thing. My bad. Switch over. Switch that time. Back. And then back. Alright. Right, so you notice I have self-discipline, so I try not to play around with the driver part settings as much. And I try not to mess with my Leslie switches as much because, you know, hey, you can play the organ without hitting your Leslie switch that much. You got self-discipline. Self-discipline. And plus two, I don't want to have to keep calling somebody, come and fix my Leslie switch because I'm over here, pop, 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 pop. And I'm not allowing, by the time the current hits the box back there for the relay hits the Leslie, I'm already turning it off and on before he can even start spinning or shutting off, whatever. So, you know, take care of your equipment. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not nobody's mama or daddy and not like that. I'm not, you know, I'm just saying. So, if you want to take care of your equipment, go right ahead. If you want to keep tearing it up and have somebody come in there and pay somebody all this money just to fix something that's simple that you could possibly fix yourself, if you're not a technician, I would advise them, don't do it. I'm not a technician, but I taken back in the day electronics in school, so I know what to do and what I shouldn't be doing. First of all, number one, you unplug your equipment and let it sit for a while before you start playing around with the wirings, because there can be still some current flowing through those lines, right? The wires. Just because I might do this, unplug this, doesn't mean there's no power still going through this line. Now, if I can get to the cord that is powered up over here in the wall. All right, now I'll unplug both. And now I can wait for a little while if I'm going to mess around with something huge or big like the organ or something like that. And then I can start tampering around with it, but at least give it a moment to kind of like, you know, hold on, let me let it die down for a minute. Because there is still current in the line. All right, come on with me. There is still current still in the line. All right, so now I'll plug this back up. But just use that as an illustration. But there is still power. All right, there's some power. There's some current still flowing in the line. Say it with me, this current still flowing in the line. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Well, there's still power flowing in the line. And if you don't want to get shot, you better make sure let it sit for a little while, or you're going to be shocked. You're going to get a big shock or a little shock. But yeah, there's still current still flowing in the line. If you start messing around with the organ and the lazy speakers and stuff like that, you want to let it rest. Alright, so that song I just did, I love you, don't do that. Let's do a breakdown on that, right? I'm keeping everything simple. I don't play all of the fancy stuff unless I'm feeling it for that moment. But I try to keep things simple. And this is what I came up with. I love you, Lord. D flat. Now, if you want to learn how to play it on 12 keys, it's not hard, right? It's only hard if we don't do it. That's the key. All right, that's the only thing that makes things difficult and complex is we don't practice it in all 12 keys. So I got a bunch of little stickies here. It's funny because I was about to do something today to kind of help some of y'all out. But I'm just gonna tell you, I usually just get a book, or the little stickies, whatever's clever you get your hands on. Clean page, get you a pencil or pen. I like to do mine in pencil at first, and then I'll mark right over with the marker so that way it doesn't fade away at some point, and I come back looking for these chords. I'm like, oh man, what happened to the chords? It done faded away. It done went away. So then I'll use the pen thereafter. Now, if you concrete, you know what you want to do at that moment, then that's a whole different story. But I like to use the pencil first. So get your pencil and your paper and say, listen, I want to learn something. Every day I keep walking by this particular area where I work at, and I always keep seeing these things, these little stickies, right? Everywhere. And I'm like, why do these people have these stickies everywhere? Like in every department I go through. Because I go to every department in my job, literally, every day, every night. I see the same thing over and over. I'm like, why is these people using these stickies? And then it dawned on me that sometimes you might not remember something. So you put it on the sticky. Boom, put it on the wall. Y'all probably see my little cords back here on the wall right here back. Maybe I can't see it. Let me see. Can y'all see it? I don't think y'all can see it. Yo, there's a little, paper and so forth. And so I said certain thinking, you know what? If I want to learn a chord a day, I'll just write down what that chord is and put it on the sticky. Left hand, C sharp or D flat, A flat, C sharp or D flat. Right hand, F, A flat, B flat, C, E flat. It might just be one chord. That right? I'll put that in the book. I'll just learn that one chord for the day. Right? Alright. It's better than nothing. I hear people say they don't have time to practice and make all the excuses. I've been there and done that too. And then I start realizing every day, man, I'm doing this. What's going on Facebook? While I'm still stuck trying to play in one key. What's going on over here in YouTube? Oh man, while I'm still stuck. I'm on the internet doing all this stuff on the internet. Like, for what? Oh man, this is funny. My homeboy over here is sending me. Yeah, I'm wasting energy, right? You know what? Let me go look at my emails. I'll be on my emails for 30 for 8 hours or 10 hours, 12. For what? For what? Right? I'm wasting time. When I could have just took the time out and said, I'm gonna just do one chord a day then. That's better than nothing. Alright, another day I can come back. It depends on you. Like, if it start out with one chord, that's better than nothing. Now, if I want to do maybe, I don't know, a 3-4 chord progression, then I'll probably go, okay, that was my first chord. This is gonna be my second chord. Okay, it's my second chord. Or my third chord. My fourth chord. My fifth chord. And back to the same move. Y'all see what I'm saying? So I done said 1, 2 chord, 3 chord. What's the fourth chord I played? Fourth chord, 5 or something like that. Let me see. Let me see if I remember what I just played. First chord, second chord, third chord, fourth chord, fifth chord, back to the first chord. I love you, Jesus. See? I will. Whatever the words is. Just want to tell you that I love you more than anything. Give me some more. Ba-ba, I love you, Jesus. Come up down here. Back down. You see what I'm saying? It was just 4 or 5 chords I taught myself. Nobody showed it to me, right? Now, if somebody is teaching you, that's cool. That's even more the berry. So I would jot down these chords. Bass line, C sharp, D flat, F, the one, G to A flat, D, back to it, and wherever you want it. Now, after a while, I repeat that. Then after a while, my ears is gonna say, I wonder if I can do this to it. I'm coming up with ideas. Major, second version, or root. Do I have enough time to drop other moves there? And now I'm just adding on to what I already know. I'm adding on, you know, major, 6/9 chord, secret sauce chord, so that's 2 secret sauce chord, and expand the move. And I'm coming with some idea. Transposing. To get back to my 1, or depending on the key I'm in, to actually get back to, I'm in A flat, get back to the 4. To the 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, up. I thought of the tritone. I thought of this move of playing the sus4, 2. The sus4, F sus4, B flat sus2. They both go together. I said, let me try a tritone. And then secret sauce chord to the 4. 1 up, 4 up, to the 4, I love, to the 6, to the 7, to the 1. Change the tritone, or do both. Secret sauce, transposing. Now, the only way you're gonna learn that kind of idea, I keep breaking them down to y'all, breaking it down. All right, is I'm just using the secret sauce chord. The secret sauce chord to kind of, if I have enough time, you kind of have to have an idea. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many bars is I'm holding this chord? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a lot of things I can do within that 1, 2, 3, 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 6, 2, 3, 4 to the. You know what I'm saying? So on the 4, I got enough time to drop whatever I want to do, some runs, or chord changes, or whatever. 1, I love. Look, watch it. 1, 2, 3, to the 6, 2, 3, to the 7. I got a lot of stuff I can do. I got a lot of things. Yeah. I got a lot of stuff I can throw there along the way. But you know, some songs, you know, you don't want to be too busy. I love to. I got a lot of stuff I can do here. I got a lot of things I can do right here. You see what I did? On my 1, I had a lot to do. Another on the 1. On the 1. On the 1. On the 1. And then of course I'm running out of time because remember it's the you know I do that what 4 count. 1, 2, 3, and what was it? 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to the 4, 2. So I got back being a 3 count in there where I could do other things. Okay, so let's break this down to this other song. I love you, Lord. How to take a song and transpose it, right? It's real simple and easy. So what I would do is I would do 4 or 5 chords at a time. So instead of me trying to do the whole song, like as y'all heard me doing it earlier, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today, 7-3 to the 6. Now I have to decide what I want to do, y'all. So I'm just trying to decide how I want to play the song. Da 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 da. 6, 6, 7. Back to the 1. 1 up to the 2. Let me see. 6, 5.5. 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. Major, minor, major, major, inverted. Trying to remember how I did it and just go back to the 1 chord. That's why my heart is filled with praise. Alright, trying to keep it simple, right? Alright, so hopefully I can remember what I just did. Alright, so that was quite a bit there, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why my heart is filled with praise. So my first step of this is I'll say, okay, let me write down the first move. First move in C sharp and D flat. I'm going to the 1, 1 up plus 1 to the 2 chord. I play 2 chords here. Got the 5. Remember, I got a lot to do. I can do a whole lot on this. To back to the 1. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. 2 chords there. 5. Back to the 1. Now you see, I don't want to throw all my little flares and stuff and all my little woo 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 that I put in the song because I don't want to do that yet. I'll do that later on once I start teaching myself how to play in all 12 keys. Of course, turn on muscle memory. I can sit here and do this all day and not remember nothing I'm doing. I know it sounds funny to say, but it is what it is, right? So if I really want to turn on my muscle memory, I'm going to have to tell myself, yeah, turn on muscle memory about that. I love you, Lord. Sometimes what I do is I'll chord out first, no rhythm, so I can get the chord in my hands. Okay, that's the first couple chords. Let me do it in C sharp and D flat again. I love you, Lord. Break it down into bite-sized practice. Today, do it one more time. Make sure I got it. One more time. Just one more time for the ride. I love you, Lord, for the Holy Ghost. Now, solidly, for sure, no doubt, I got my 5 chord progression. Here's that pencil. All right. Now, if I know that this is for sure how I'm going to rock this, then this is for sure how I'm going to go ahead and rock this. So, I want to do this song called I Love You, Lord, today. All right. All right. Of course, I would have been already written this down already. Okay. Now, I'm doing this in the key of D flat. So, I'm just going to put D flat here. D flat slash C sharp, y'all. You know, it's the same thing. All right. So, I wanted to do 5 chord progressions, so I'm gonna put a little 5, make a little circle there, and you can write it out how you want to. If you want to say 5 chord progression, it's up to you. Alright, so that's my first 5 chord progression there. Next to it, I'm going to go 1, comma, plus 1. You know, not the right out plus, but, you know, alright, comma, to the 2, comma, 5, and I'll go back to the 1. Now, I already know on my 2, I'm playing 2 chords there. Okay? I'm playing 2 chords right there. So I'm going to put this little arrow, letting myself know that I'm putting 2 chords there. I'll write a little 2 there. This is a reminder, right? Now, then I will repeat the move, maybe 1 time, 2 times before the rhythm. Right? Do it again, make sure I'm... Now I hit the rhythm. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today. What's the chord I'm playing in the right hand, the left hand? With my left hand, I'm playing the D flat, E flat, and F. A 3-chord progression. A 3-chord. It's really a major chord, y'all. Or the scale. The scale. 1, 2, 3. That's all I'm doing is playing the 1, 2, 3 chord, right? I call it the 1, 2, 3 chord. It's really mainly me playing the major chord, y'all. So you have 1, 3, and 5, right? 1, 3, and 5. But what I'm doing with my left hand, I'm adding the 2, which we call the 9. 1, 9, and 3. Or 1, 2, 3. And then my 5 picks up with the thumb. You know what I'm saying? That's my 5 is going to pick up the second inversion of the major chord. I'm picking up the second inversion of the major chord with my right hand. Picking up the 5, all right, the 1, and the 3. 5, 1, 3. So if you know your number system, which is 1, 3, 5, that's the root position. Then 3, 5, 1, that's the first inversion. And the second inversion is 5, 1, 3. 5, 1, 3. So I'm just doubling, not doubling up, but I'm just basically playing the inversions. Root position, first inversion, and second inversion with 2 hands. But adding the 2. If I want to, I can add the 2 there, which is the 9. Okay. Plus 1 out of the key scale of D flat, and I'm playing a D diminished 7. Alright? And I'm breaking that up with 2 hands because you have the root position, first inversion, second inversion, and third inversion. Because I'm not reaching for the high tone, it's down here, of the A flat. So this D diminished 7, D, E, A flat, and B. So my left hand is going to pick up just the, how I'm doing. My left hand is just going to pick up the 2 notes in the diminished move, D and F. My right hand is going to pick up the top note, which is A flat, and B, and D, and F. That's the way I wanted to play it for right now. Because remember, I told you I could do inverted. I told you I could do it inverted. Alright? Right? But I decided to go this way for now. So we call breaking up chords with 2 hands, right? You may have heard that terminology, maybe you haven't, right? So we sometimes like to play chords with both hands. That's the 1. Now I'm going to the plus 1 out of the key scale. That's why I call it plus 1. Now I'm heading up to the 2. So in the left hand, I went right back to what I did in the beginning. The 3-finger chord again. But this time in the right hand, I'm picking up the G flat major chord. Root position, first inversion. Root position, first inversion. Root, first inversion. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead and add the 5, which is in D flat. But so it's like I'm mixing 2 chords at the same time. D flat chord and a G flat major chord together. That's where you get the rubbing the A flat into it. Or my thumb is going to want to play 2 notes. Okay? So D flat mixed with the G flat major chord. And so that's what I'm doing there. D flat, E flat, F in the left hand, right hand. With the thumb, hit 2 notes. G flat, A flat. How am I doing that? And B flat, D flat, and G flat at the top. And then my thumb is gonna, my pinky is gonna drop down to this, well, we want to talk about the scale again, right? So it's gonna drop down to the G flat major scale, which I'm playing a G flat major 7. So I'm going in between the two keys with the scale, D flat scale and the G flat scale. These particular two key signatures share the same notes except for 1 or 2 notes along the way. They share the same notes. So when you learn this, the trick to the madness of this for my beginner musicians, and I'm pretty sure intermediate level musicians may not know this, but when you play these two different chords like that, or two different scales, they both share some of the same notes. Except for one note along the way in the C scale, or D flat scale, is the C. Right? And then in the D flat scale, you might have one of the notes in the G flat scale that you do not use in the key of D flat. But right now, we can identify that it's going to be C for the key of D flat. That doesn't have the same note in G flat scale. Y'all follow what I'm saying? So once you learn the scale, you're going to be like, oh, and then you can see how this fits. Right? Like a jigsaw puzzle, if you will. Right? So in the key of D flat, you figure out which note in the scale of G flat that that the D flat scale doesn't have. The B. The B. All right. So in the key of D flat, the B is not in the scale of D flat. See? So those two notes between the two key signatures here do not share the same two notes, which is B and C. Okay, I think you can't kind of catch that, right? All right, so that's on the 2. And then now we go to A flat on the 5. A flat, C, E flat, and then my left hand. Right hand, duplicating the same thing, but I'm going to add the 2 or the 9, if you will, in A flat scale. 1. See, now I'm using another scale, right? A flat scale. So I'm adding the 2 to that, or we might use the word 9, but add 2. And then back to the first chord. So now I got this now. You notice how I do that? I'm rubbing into it. I'm rubbing it into it on the 2. Now just being fancified there, right? Just being a little bit fancy, right? I could have just held the chord. And then to the 5, back to the 1, right? So I'm just fancifying. That's why I said the thumb on both hands is gonna want to play 2 notes along the way. I call it accidental. You see what I'm saying? Now I have this cluster move, which is the 4 in the A D flat scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I want to play that voice, I can you might not hear it as much, but it's there. It was just the idea, right? Okay, now I want to take those 5 chords and I want to move them up to the next key. It's not difficult and hard to do so. All I have to do is tell myself, do it! All right, so what if I just want to go a half step back? You know what? I'm going to go a half step up. Why not? Let's go a half step up. Let's just do the chromatic move. You can do your practice in any way. You can do it in 4ths, you can do them in 5ths, or you can do the chromatic going up, or you can jump around, right? You can hop around, right? So I'm going to just do the chromatic going up, all right? So that was my first key I knocked down. So I'm going to work on the next key. And it was just 5 chords, a 5-chord progression. So my next idea, I want to do this in the key of D now, right? All right. Now I'm not going to keep writing down 1 plus blah 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 no more, because I already started it right here. There's no point in me doing that, right? There's absolutely no point of me doing that anymore. Right? No more. So I'm just gonna go highlight it so that way I can sort of, you know, be able to look down and say, okay, this is why I'm going 1 plus 2, blah 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 blah. So now I want to go to the next key, the key of D. All I have to do is the same process, y'all. Wherever my fingers were set up, I might alter the finger to be able to pull off the next move, right? So my finger was this way. I now realize, can I do the same fingering? I could. But do I feel comfortable? So I realize I'm altering the finger. So now earlier was my pinky. Earlier was my thumb, pointer finger, and pinky. But when I decided to go half step up, what was comfortable was my ring finger fell to it this time. Thumb, pointer finger, ring finger this time. All right. Then my left hand, I have the ring finger, middle finger. I ain't gonna give y'all the middle finger, and the thumb. Now let's see how it feels when I go up to the next key and try to dupe the same thing. It feels whack. It feels so whack and strange. So I'm gonna alter the finger of what feels comfortable for me to go to the next key. So what felt comfortable for me this time was ring finger, middle finger, pointing finger this time. All right, so now it's history. The minutes move. See how I was able to, I'm going 1 up now to the 2. I may use the same fingering as I did in the previous key now. I don't have time to sit here and break that down, but you will start to realize either you're going to alter your finger or not. Now I got these chords. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord, today. Now, remember, y'all, to be able to pull this off with my beginner musician, you need to understand that you have to learn your scales to pull this off. And to learn your scales, you have the 1, D flat, E flat, the 2, right? The 3 is F, the 4 is G flat, the 5 is A flat, the 6 is B flat, and the 7 is C. That's why I'm knowing my 1 out of the key scale. 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. So 1 up plus 1 to the 2, 5, 1. So I know my scale now in D. If you don't know that, now you need to learn your scales in D. D is the 1, E 2. F sharp 3. Now we're talking about there is no flats in the key of D. There's sharps now. 3, right? The 4 now is G. The 5 is A natural. The 6 is B natural. The 7 is C sharp. C sharp, not D flat. C sharp now. And back to the 1. Ooh, did I do that right? Yeah. And I'm back to my 1 or number 8. So now I know what my 1 is. My 1 up, 1 up to the 2. I play 2 chords here on the 2. My 5, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turning on muscle memory. Now I need to hit the beat. I love you. 1 up, 2 to the 5 to the 1. One more time. I love you. 1 up to the 2. Next chord on the 2 to the 5 to the 1. I'm gonna do 1 more time. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I can't sing. I love you, Lord, today. Bum, bum, bum. All right, let's see off. Now I'm getting warmed up. He's heating up. I gotta take this sweat jacket off because I'm getting hot now. All right, so now that I've knocked down 5 chords in the key of D, all right, I'm now ready to go to my next key. And put my little 5 there again, put a little circle around it. Turn on muscle memory. I'm breaking the song down into small bite-sized practice. Right? Bite-sized practice. And how do you do this in all 12 keys? Bite-sized practice. If you want to learn how to play in all 12 keys or as many keys possible. All right, so now we are going to my 3rd key. E flat. By the time I've gotten to the key of D, E flat will be easier. Because now I got what I call the concept behind the madness, or maybe the word I should use, pattern. And I got this pattern, all right? Let me write that down. Once I have created a simple pattern for myself, yeah, let me put that word pattern. Once actually, let me move that from that spot. Once I got the pattern down, right? Once I created a simple pattern to memorize, put that up here. All right, it's over. It's a done deal. All right. Once you create a simple pattern that you're going to memorize for the rest of your decade, you can't go wrong now, because now I got this pattern that I'm gonna be using. I got the simple pattern. I will remember for the rest of my decade, because the more you repeat, as they say, repetitive and listening, you repeat these things over again, it becomes your best friend. People be asking me at my job, how do you know how to do that? Well, because I keep repeating the same thing over again, and then you get better at it. Shoot, I can do it in my sleep. I don't even have to be at work to do it. Hey, yo, Dre, we got this problem with something, bro. All you gotta do is blah 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 blah, boom. How you know that you're not even here? Yeah, because I've done this 1,000 times, right? But it only took once, or maybe more than once to do it, to perfect it in the way that I want it done, right? All right, so let's go E flat, fingering. Let's see if my fingers switch up this time. Now, in the key of D, I had D, thumb, pointing finger, and ring finger. So let me find out what's going to happen with my right hand when I go to E flat, second inversion. Am I going to use the same finger? I use the same finger in that key. Okay, what about my left hand? Yep, my left hand used the same finger. Isn't that weird? So now that my fingers recognize the key of D, I'm wondering if my finger's gonna follow suit in the next key and do the same thing. Now, so far, I noticed that my finger used the same movement when I went to the key of E flat. Now, let's see if my finger do the same thing when I go to the diminished move. Let me see. I love you. Let me see. Did it use the same finger? Let me D. Let me see. I love you. So the next chord, they used the ring finger and the pointer finger. So let's see if I do that in E flat. I love you. Nope, it did it. It used the it used the same finger. That's funny. Yep, I used the same finger. I love you. Yep, same finger. I love you. Same finger. That's funny. So I'm on the 2. Use the same finger. 5, use the same finger. Back to the 1. Now that was easier. That was easier. One more time. I love you. Repetitious is your best friend. Now the breakdown, I told you, once you learn one key and you start learning your skills in all 12 keys, you're gonna recognize that you just go half step up, and you will start learning your notes. I'm telling you what the scale is, the notes as I go, so that way when you go to do these chords, you're gonna know. Oh, I already know what you're talking about. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the left hand, 5, right, 1, and you so saying. Then you're gonna know 5, 1, 3 in the right hand. You're just repeating the number system over again with the chord. Flat, I love you. I'm just recycling the chord over again. I love you. I love you. Sit up, thumb, rubbing. One more time. I love you. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today. Now my finger switched again. This time I went to a whole different fingering. Pinky, middle finger, pointing finger, when I went to the key of E. Let me see, did I switch up here? This time I went back to the same finger that I did earlier. Thumb, pointing finger, and ring finger. So it's either going to be the pinky or the ring finger, whichever wants to dominate. Sometimes I do both. Anyway, it's just kind of accident. Anyway, right? Let's see what happened with that diminished move. Same fingering. That's funny to me. Wow, same fingering. Now that time is different. That time the ring finger picked it up. Same fingering. This is kind of hilarious to me. I love you, love. I love you, love. I love you, Lord. Today, one more time to do it again. I love you, Lord. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and drop the pinky and do the diminished on the bottom instead of doing this same finger here, now my brain said, hey, my pinky was like, yo, I want to get a piece. Let me have some. And the pinky saying, give me some. So it's a D diminished 7. Right, so I love you, Lord. Oh, I love you, Lord. Yeah, D diminished 7. My thumb picked it up. Right? 2, 87, 5. Okay, once again, you gotta learn your scales in D flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. E flat to 1, F to 2. G is number 3, A flat 4. B flat 5. C 6. D number 7. Back to the 1 or 8 number. Back to E flat number 8 or 1. Now we go to E, the same process. Everything duplicates over again. E, and because I can know how to go to the keys scale E, because after I did E, half step up is E. E flat to E flat. And F in E scale, half step up is what? F sharp. Oh. In the E scale, E flat scale is G, half step up is what? G sharp. Oh. And in the key of E flat, we have the B flat. Half step up is what? B. I'm already doing my E scale already. What? Right? So if I was in E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the 6. Half step up is 6 up in E. Oh. And in the E flat scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Half step up is 7 in what? The key of E. So now I got it already. I got my scale already. E, the 1, F sharp 2, G sharp 3. Now listen, y'all. While I'm already doing the scale in E, I'm already peeping out the game in F. I'm already peeping out the game in F already. Already. Right? I'm already peeping the game out. I'm already peeping the game out already in the previous key to go to my next scale. Yeah, y'all will probably catch that. Well, but yeah, because it's kind of like, you know, okay. Anyway, so now when I went to F, I've already picked out the scale for G flat. I'm already peeped it out. Already got the scale in the next key while I'm already doing this as I go. So E is the 1, F sharp is the 2, G sharp 3, A 4, B number 5, C sharp 6, D sharp 7, and back to my 1. So that's why I'm able to pull the chord off, knowing that I can go to the 1 plus 1 out of the key scale to the 2, right? To the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What key I'm in? Oh, go to the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to the 1. I already know what it looks like when I go to F now. Half step up, to the what? 5. I'm already doing F. Once I pass the first 2 keys, everything else is game on because now I understand the pattern now. 1 up, to the 2, to the 5, back to the 1. Right? E, I love you, love. Right? I love you, love. I love you, love. Today, I get the beat. I love you, love. I love you, love. I love you, love. Today, I can't sing. Take it up. I'm ready to go up now. I love you, love. Up. Up. I'm repeating the same chord now. Today, up, up, up. To the 5. I already know where I'm at now. To the then G. One up. 1 up. To the 5. To the 1. A flat. 1 up. 1 up to the 2. 5. To the 1. A. 1 up. To the 2. To the 5. Back to the 1. D flat. Oh, I forgot what key I was in. 5. To the 1. 1 up. 1 up. To the 2. To the 5. To the 1. Oh, did I miss a key? Let's go to C. Let's go to C. I 1 up. To the 2. To the 5. To the 1. One more time. I love you, Lord. 1 up. To the 2. To the 5. Back to the rigid key. I love you, Lord. I can do this all day. Now, I can do this without memorizing it, y'all. That's the thing. Now, the more I do it, this say repetitively over and over again, after about maybe 2 times, at least 2 or 3 times, I pretty much got it in all 12 keys. Literally, all 12 keys. So, here goes my pencil. I already knocked it down in the key of E. Alright? My 5-chord progression already knocked up. Y'all can figure out how many chords. They say I'm a beginner musician, y'all. I'm one of these rookies. Alright, I'm a rookie. Alright, I'm a rookie. I'll just get started. So I did the key of D flat, D, E flat, E, and then F. Alright. I did my 5-chord progression there. Alright. Then I went to the 6-chord key. And that was G flat. It was G flat / F sharp. Y'all know the difference. Alright. And then I did my 5-chord progression there. Right. My 7th key, I went to the key of G. Once again, 5 chords there. All right, I'm tracking myself. All right, and matter of fact, let's put the date here. Let's say, when did I knock this up? November what? November the 3rd, right? November 3rd, 2023. 2023, right? Right. So you can set yourself up for the next year if you want to have a resolution, if you will, New Year's resolution for the next year. You can start now. Just get started. You don't gotta wait till December or the end of December to get going. Let's start right now. Start transposing right now. So I went to the 8th key and I went to A flat. All right. So I dropped my 5-chord progression there. All right. And the 9th key, we went to the key of A. I dropped my 5 chords there. All right. 10th key, which is what, B flat. All right. Knocked down my 5 chords there. All right, 11th key, which is B, the key of B. I knocked down my 5-chord progression there. And last but least, the 12th key, which is the key of C. And I knocked down 5 chords there. You do the doggone math, all right? You do the doggone math, right? Yeah, you do your math and you see how many chords I just learned in a short amount of time. Literally in a short amount of time. Don't take all day to do it, right? Once you set your mind... I'm not trying to show off, y'all. You can do this slowly, y'all. Because I created a simple pattern to memorize what I'm doing. D, I can do it down here. I love you. And then C. Right? So now I've covered this with the track. I covered this before the track, and then I covered it with the beat going, right? You know, my wife called it the beater. Get the beater going. All right. So, and I could have put myself on the timeline and say, you know, I want to spend 15 minutes just doing 5 chords, right? Right? So, you know, you do the math. Now, I'm a rookie, right? Just say I'm a beginner musician. I'm just getting started. How long does it take for you to get it done? It's really up to you. It's really on how hungry you might be. How hungry and thirsty you might be for it, right? If you're not hungry and thirsty for it, you might be on it forever. And that's what I'm not trying to do, is be on it forever. I want to get going. I want my 5 chord progressions knocked down as soon as possible, right? And you knock this down in all 12 keys. And you amount yourself up to 60 chords. You'd have learned 60 chords, 5 chords times 12. It's 60. All right, now once you finish that project, right? I call it a little project. Then now you want to progress a little bit more. You want to add a little something more to it, right? All right, so there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I want to go and add 3 more chords to this 5 chord progression, right? So yeah, I want to add 3 chords, and I want to multiply that by 12. How many chords that's going to give me? 36. You think I could do 36 more chords? Can I? Yes. Yes, it can be done. Unless otherwise you're getting interrupted by something that might come your way. Like my wife might come home and be like, yo, babe, we might need to go do this and that. Then I got to take a time out, y'all, and go do whatever it is. Go feed my dog or walk my dog or something like that. Whatever the case may be. Whatever the excuse might be. So right next door to here, I'm going to put a little comma right here. And I'm going to say, I want to do a 3 chord progression. Right? So what is that 3 chord progression going to be? Well, let's see. 7, comma, 3, 6. All right, cool. And my whole drive is to do this in all 12 keys. I don't need to start this number 1 down to 12 anymore. It's already over here. All right, so I want to see, can I do this in D flat? All right, the key is already over there, right? Now, when I finish, I'll just go ahead and highlight it or check mark it off or whatever, right? 7. You know what? Let's do it in C, D flat. 7. Okay, 3, 6. I'm picking a pattern for myself. Okay, cool. Let's do the first part of the song. Yeah, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I can't say it. I love you, Lord. Today, 7, 3, 6. I love you, Lord, again. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today, 7, 3 to the 6. All right, cool. All right, so I got my 7, 3, 6 done in the key of D flat, or C sharp, if you will. So guess what I'm gonna do, y'all? Woohoo! Highlight it. As I still say, been there, done that, right? I'm gonna highlight that, right? So now, my next key, all right, is that pencil again. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jot down another 3 chord progression, right? I'm gonna go ahead and circle. I'm gonna do it in the key of D. Or I can skip around, right, if I want to, right? I'm just gonna do the chromatic order. So 7, 3, 6 in D. I just did it in C sharp. That means I'm half step up, right? My bass line hit half step up in the D. So I have my 7, 3, 6. Cause I know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. You know what I'm saying? 7, 3, 6, 7, 3, copy the same chord, 7, 3, 6. And then I just took the same chord. What's the breakdown of the chord? After that, I break this one chord down, and then you guys can understand how to transpose it after that. So what am I doing with the 7, 3, 6 here? In my bass line, I have C sharp, not D flat, because we didn't give D. Alright. Actually, did I break it down in the first key? I'm sorry, let me break it down in the first key, then y'all can move it after that. First key in my bass line was C. Left hand, let me see. Yeah, left hand is E. And my right hand is playing the E flat minor chord because we're in the C, D flat, right? We have root position. First inversion, second inversion. Remember, you got to learn your inversions of your major move. Now I'm going to the 2 chord. Okay. All right. Y'all remember I talked about the scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Right? D flat to 1, E flat to 2, F3, G flat 4. All right, 5 is A flat, B flat to 6, and number 7. Right? Remember I'm into that, which you'll see. This is the Nashville process of, I call it the formula. Right? You need to learn the formula, the Nashville formula. So that was my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to the 1 or 8. All right. So the chord is D flat on the 1. Now remember I told you your inversion. D flat, E, F, A flat. And we already talked about our inversions, so I don't need to speak about that in all the other 12 keys because you will already have that. The 2 chord is a minor chord, E flat minor. E flat, G flat, B flat. E flat minor chord. That's the 2 on the E flat. E flat, G flat, B flat. Root position. First inversion, we have G flat, B flat, E flat. We're just doing inversion. You just move your 1 note to the top. In the number system, it's still the same. 1, 3, 5. In this case, we call it 1 flat 3, 5. 1 flat 3, 5. Right? So you're gonna put your 1 now at the top, which is the first inversion chord movement. This is on the 2, the 2 chord. All right, the Nashville formula. As we said, the scale was the 1, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, right? Now we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, or 8. You may hear people say 8, you might hear people say back to the 1. Now we're going to put the chord on the 1, which is D flat. 1, 3, 5, D flat, F. I told you what the scale was, so you can't mess that up. Right, 1, 3, 5, all right, 3, 5, 1. My 1 is at the top, and my 3 is now at the top. Now we have a 5, 1, 3. You already know what the notes are. Now we're going to the 2 chord, E flat minor. I said that. I was gonna repeat that so y'all didn't catch that. So the same scenario, right? Just pretend you're in E flat, E flat. But now when we go into the 2 chord, it's the minor move, E flat minor move. So we still have the same number system. 1 flat 3, 5. 1 flat 3, 5. The same scenario as the major move. Now we're gonna put our 1 at the top, and then now we're gonna have flat 3, right? The 5 and the 1. 3, 5, 1. Same scenario, but we just use the word flat. 3, 5, 1. Flat 3, 5, 1, right? Now we're gonna put our flat 3 at the top, and we have the second inversion of the minor chord, root position, first inversion, second inversion, just like we had the root position of the major chord, first inversion, second inversion. It's the same scenario. All right, so flat 3, 5, right? 1, flat 3, which is your number. Your notes are just rotating, y'all. The numbers were okay. So B flat, E flat, G flat. Okay. All right, so that's our 2 chord. Let's go to a 3 chord, which is a F minor chord. F minor chord. Think of the F scale. Think of the F major chord. But in this case, we minor in the chord. So in the key of D flat is a F minor, your 3rd chord, F minor. But I said think of F major, which is the same scenario, 1, 3, 5. But all we're doing is flattening the what? Flattening the 3rd. And now we have an F minor chord in the key of D flat. F minor, right? Flat the 3rd, A flat, no sharps, and C is our 5. 5. My brain went to sleep. All right, so we have the 1, flat 3, flat 5. F is the 1. All right, the A flat is flat 3. and then we have our 5. Now we're going to do inversion. Put our 1 note at the top, and y'all get the concept after that, because I don't need to say no more at this point, because you now get the concept. This bottom note now goes to the top. Root position, first inversion, second inversion. Now let's go to the 4 chord in the Nashville formula. G flat major chord, G flat, same scenario. 1, 3, 5. 1, G flat's the 1, right? The 5, B flat, and I mean the 3 is B flat, and then the 5 is D flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. 1, 3, 5. Same scenario. I don't need to say no more. You just take the 1 note, put it at the top. We do an inversion. We hit the root, first inversion, and then second inversion. B flat to the top. Same scenario, right? 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 3, 5, 1, and 5, 1, 3. Same scenario. Okay. Now we're going to the 5 chord, A flat. Right. Now you had on our 1 the major move. The 2 is the minor move. The 3 is the minor move. The 4 is the major move. Now we're going to the 5 major move. Major move, right? Same scenario. 1, 3, 5. Same scenario. I don't need to say no more. And we're going to root position. First inversion, my A flat went to the top. My C is going to go to the top. We got the second inversion. Same scenario. I don't need to not to say no more, because once you learn the concept from the first one, you're going to get the concept for the rest. All right, so now we have the 1 chord major, the 2 chord minor, the 3 chord minor, the 4 chord major, the 5 chord major. We had D flat major, E flat minor, 2, F minor 3, G flat major 4, A flat major 5. Now we're going to the 6th chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B flat, B flat, B flat. Alright, because we're in the key of D flat. Okay. So well, we have the B flat minor move. Same scenario. I need to not really say no more. B flat, alright, D flat, and F. The minor move. I just got this watch, y'all. I'm not used to wearing watches. The eye watcher, whatever you call it. Alright, so I'm like, what? So yeah, so we have the same scenario. The number system is still the same. 1, flat, 3, 5. Y'all get the point. I don't need to say no more. Inversion. Root position, first inversion, second inversion. You also can do it down here. Root position, first inversion, second inversion, because you never know where the organ player might voice chords in the left hand, or however you might do what he do with his right hand or left hand. You never know. Root position, first inversion, second, root first, second. Root first, second, root first, second. Same scenario. Alright, so now we're on the 6th chord. If I'm going fast, I can always loop this video back to go back to the beginning and start it all over, or start off where I left off at. I'm just trying to get through this expeditiously because I'm hungry. I'm always hungry because I'm always sacrificing, trying to do what I do here, which for you guys to learn. Now we're on the 7th note now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're on the 7th chord. C diminished 7. C diminished 7. My left hand trying to get away. C diminished 7. C, E flat, G flat, and A. C, E flat, D flat, G flat, and A. Again. C. I'm starting to sound like Kevin Nicholson when he done his tutorials back in the day. C, E flat, G flat, and A. Now we're gonna do our inversions, right? Put the C note at the top. Right? Now we know this was the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7. What's this now? The 2. What's this now? The 4 in the scale. Right? And this is out of the key scale because of the number system. So this took us out of the key scale of D flat. It's almost as if it took us to a C scale. And took us to the 6 in the C scale. Okay? Alright. So when we use the word diminished movement, think of the C major chord. I said that. And you flat the 3rd. And you flat your 5, and then you add the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is A. Even though it's in the key of D flat under the 7. So C diminished 7. And we do an inversion by moving our 1 note to the top. So we have the 1, right? The 1, the 1, the 3, the flat 5, and add your 6. You don't have to use the word add 6 no more because now I've already told you how we're doing that. Where you have your flat 3, flat 5, add 6, create your C diminished 7. Y'all get it now? Okay. And so all we're doing now is going to take my C note, put it at the top, which was the 1 in C scale. Right? And now we have the flat 3, flat 5, 6, and the 1. I know it's like you're using the C scale now. Yeah, so you're using the C scale to create the diminished move there. Alright? Okay, so we're doing inversion. We have the root position. Now we have a first inversion. Now we're going to move it again, move to E flat, which is our 3. 3, flat 3 is at the top now. So we have flat 5, the 6, the 1 in the C scale, right? And then flat 3. Okay, can we move again? So we have the root position, the first inversion, the second inversion. Can we move again? Yes, we can move again. So we're going to take the G flat, put it up here now. And now we have the 6, the 1 in the C scale, flat 3, and the G flat, which is the top note, which is the 5. Because the C scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 5. And then can we move again? Yes, it's just going to bring us back to the octave C diminished 7. With the low C diminished 7, high. Alright, and you can repeat that. You can repeat that. Octave high, low, whatever. Alright, now that you guys got the concept about the moves when it comes down to the chords now, now all you got to do is take that information and transpose it. So that's all I'm doing here is taking the chords that here and I'm transposing it. Half step up. Transposing it. Now I want to do my 7, 3, 6, 7, E flat, 2, 3, 4 in the scale. The scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. All I have to do is remember 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 in all 12 keys of my scale. 2, C in the key of D. 2, right, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Y'all see what I'm saying? So it's simple and easy to do. Now that I have the decision I can make, either I'm going to do the tritone and separate the minor chord with 2 hands, or I have choices. I have to decide on what feels comfortable for me, right? So anyway, and I'm on the 7 now in the key of D flat now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So half step up that move to go to my next key is half step up. All I'm doing is half stepping up. My next chord was 3. Half step up. I'm already there. So now I know how to play it. The second chord, third chord was this one. The 6, half step up my 6. I'm half stepping up. Oh, this is game on now. I got it. So now first key, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. To the 7, 3, to the 6. Let's go up to the key of D. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today, 7, 3, to the 6. Okay. Now all I have to do is go to the next key. Now here, I'm gonna go ahead and write it in 7, 3, 6 here. Now, not that I have to, right? I don't need to actually have to do that. I'm gonna keep on moving, right? I'm just gonna put a little check mark that I just did my 7, 3, 6 in the key of D. Now let's do it in E. E flat, right? Remember, all I have to do is just remember the number system. All right, or just remember how my fingers was configured on the keyboard. Yeah, I'm transposing. I go to C with it. I can go to B. To B flat. Right? To A flat. Minor move, right? To A and then to A flat, right? Right? What? See, y'all gave me a head start already. Okay? So you see, y'all gave me a head start. I know how to do it already now in the other key. Now I do it in D. Remember, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 7. 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting. So when I go to E flat, I'll do the same thing. My 2, 3, 4 and E flat. 2, 3, 4. Minor move. Oh, wrong bass line. 7. 7. Right, in E flat, 7. This E flat 7 has to back. If you know how to count going forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 7. That's how I'm able to find it. Oh, I'm just going in reverse. 3, 1, 2, 3, tritone. My 6, 6. I already knew where my 1, 7, 6. 7, 3, 6. And I'm duplicating the exact same chord. Here we go. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. To the 7, 3, to the 6. Again, I love you, Lord. Till I feel comfortable. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. To the 7, 3, to the 6. One more time. I love you, Lord. You see what I'm saying? I can go other places now. Well, keep it straight. Stay in the pocket. Pocket it. Pocket. Right? I'm pocketing everything, right? So now I got E flat knocked up. Go ahead and drop a little check mark right there, right? I got E flat knocked up with the 3 chord progression, right? So, all right. So what about the key of E? E7. Let me see. 3 and E. 1, 2, 3. 7, 3. Right? 7, 7, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got it. 7, 3, 6. Right? 7, 3, 6. 7, 7, 3, 6. I got it already. 7. I'm transposing. I'm transposing the tritone. 3, 6. I already saw where the chord is. It's kind of like after the first key or 2 keys, now my hands are seeing the chords. 6. Now let's do it in E. I love you, Lord. 1 up. To the 6. We're rookies, y'all. Listen, we are rookies at this, right? This is for my rookie musicians. We all of us rookies out there, right? Except for the ones who are already advanced. And you at your advanced level. Thank God you are at the advanced level, because we gonna catch up. Right, for us rookies or beginner musicians on here, we are going to catch up to the advanced musicians, right? That's our whole goal, right? So now I knocked it down in the key of E, right? Now let's go on hit the key of F. Now I might alter F a little bit by either doing a different inversion. When I use the word alter it, meaning that I might not play the exact same chord, maybe, or maybe I will. Let me see. Okay, there. Let me see. What's my next move? Let me see. I might not want to go that high up on the. I might not want to do that. I might want to go inversion. Take my tritone. Put it here, and take my major move, which is the root position. Go second inversion with my F major chord. Woo! Woo! Oh, I'm feeling it. I can still use my root. Because remember, I can spread the hand. Ooh, that was nasty. Oh, actually, I hit the wrong bass line. I'm supposed to go to the 3. There it is. I took it to the E flat. That was nice. That was an accident. It worked. Actually, that was a nice idea, yo. But actually, I'm supposed to go to the 3 and F. 1, 2, 3. So yes, I can go root. I can go first inversion. The root. First inversion. Or second inversion. Or second inversion and a root. Or twang it. Now listen, y'all, don't do all that because I try to say keep it in the pocket. In the beginning. All the fancy stuff can come later. All that can come later, right? I'm not trying to get fancy in the beginning, all right? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, right? In the beginning. No, in the beginning, you just, keep it simple. All right, let me write that down. Keep it simple. Yes, keep it simple. Right, all right. We might use that other word, basic. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Now, somebody out there who's probably teaching this type of stuff, what I'm doing, might not approach it in my own way. I might sound to someone else who's probably teaching it this way or teaching it the way that they teach it. They might say, I'm being fancy with it, and I'm actually not. I'm just approaching it a bit differently from the other cats. I might listen to other cats who's teaching this in their most extreme, simple way possible. I'm trying to teach this in the most extreme, simple way possible, but at the same time to sound nice. So then, if you're already sounding kind of already nice, then you can kind of throw the little and go to a different bass line. Or, and play other chords besides that major move, F major. You can do it on C. You can play around with the D minor move, or the secret sauce chord, or the sus2 chord, or that secret sauce chord, or the sus4 chord, or that sus2 chord too, and its secret sauce chord. Or you can go sus4 and up to the augmented chord. It disguises the doggone limit. What Lord? Okay, so scratch all that y'all here. Okay, I'm gonna be the judge, the jury. And without the jury, I'm gonna be the judge and the clerk. I think it's the judge and the clerk. And the judge will tell the clerk, hey clerk, scratch that off. Jury, forget what y'all just heard. We're going to erase that. Let's keep to the facts. Just stay to the facts, okay? We're going to stay to the facts. So, I mean, that was the fact that was nice, but but not right now. All right, we're going to bring that in. We're going to bring that case in later. All right, so we're going to bring that case later. But, So, yeah. So I decided instead of using the root position, I'm going to go second version of this. Alright, so in the key of F, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I'm trying to keep this simple. 7, 3. Remember, I said I could go root, right? Remember, I said I could go first inversion. And I could go second inversion up higher, or second inversion and root up higher. Or bring it down lower. So you have choices. All right. This is the most extreme, simple way I can give it to y'all. All right. Give it to you. So 7, 3. Now let's go give you the 6th chord. Now I'm thinking about D minor over C major, or D minor over C major. However y'all want to call it. I don't know. I'm thinking of left to right. Y'all might think of right to left. C over D minor. Alright, D minor 9 chord, y'all. So, 7, 9, 11. D minor 9, 11. 7, 3, 6. So a D minor 9, or I can give you the F over C. F over C. F over C. It still doesn't matter. It's still a D minor 9 chord, y'all. I'm just thinking of a different kind of chord progression that I can get, a chord in general. So you can go F over C, C over F, or D minor over C, or C minor over D minor, however y'all want to call it. I don't care what y'all call it, right? You can also use the major 7th move. Ooh, shut your mouth. Listen now. Let's stay in the pocket. Stay in the pocket. Now, I said earlier I might start doing what I called switching chords up a little bit. Just a little bit, because of the key signature or the key shape is not allowing me to play every single chord the exact same way per se. So I may alter slightly the chord. Slightly. And I mean slightly, where it's not significantly notable. Unless someone has perfect pitch and they're like, oh man, that was nice. So that was a little slight different from what you did. And it was that much. That much. Barely. Okay, so moving forward, I'm going to duplicate the same chords moving forward from here on out. Because now I'm switched up slightly. And I just said slightly. Alright, so we're going to key of G flat. G flat. Okay. That's another thing I forgot to bring in, like your little intro before you start the song. You know, you might want to have a little intro. We'll talk about that later, okay? So G flat, I'm going to duplicate the same thing. All right? The 7-3-6 movement, okay? 7. I already know. 7. Tritone. I already told you I'm duplicating the same thing I just did a minute ago. 1, 2, 3. I can do that minor move over major move, or major over minor, or minor, major over minor. However, I look at it from my left to right. I don't know why, because I'm not left-handed, but I'm playing chords from my left to right. My left is dictating, and my right hand is following. All right, so this E flat minor 9/11. Okay. So we got the 1 up, 2 to 2, 5, back to the 1, 7, 3, 6, 7, 3, 6. Now I can switch that again. As I said earlier, you have the minor move or the major move in the left hand. So you can switch that up. Either way, doesn't matter. You're still going to be playing a E flat minor 9/11 chord. Okay, so right, so and remember the same scenario as I said earlier. I said this earlier. If I don't like that voicing, I switched it up and dropped the tritone to the bottom, and that's a once again major move. Right, first inversion, second inversion. Now my ears preferred down here. Second inversion, root, first inversion. Once again, as I explained from the other part of this video, you can use your secret sauce chords. The sus2, sus4, the secret sauce that goes with it as well. Okay, cool. So now G flat is knocked up, right? Okay. So I got the 7-3-6 knocked up in that key. Oh, where my line is. All right, so that's knocked down, right? Now we're going to go to the key of G. Let me see if I can get into the key of G knocked out the way, right? Same scenario. Moving forward, I will continue to keep that same format that I got going. 7-3-6 and G. 7. I know my scale again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1. Half step back is the 7. Remember that number? 2, 3, 4. I know my scale. 2, 3, 4. And then my 3 and G. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Once again, either I can go to the major chord root position, first inversion, second inversion. I did say, hey, we're gonna skip all this stuff, right? But at the end of the day, you know, I can't help it. I gotta let y'all know. And now you can throw your flicker in. Once again, same scenario. You can throw your sus2, your sus4, the secret sauce that goes with those two particular chords, and you can get it popping. You can do the augmented move. The sky's is the limit with that. So I got the 3, 7, 3, or then the same scenario as I said before, the other minor movement, or the major 7 movement, or just the I call it the 3/4, the 3-finger chord, which is a major chord. So it depends on how you want to voice it. So 7 and I can do all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a rookie. Y'all probably say this Negro is not no rookie. No, I'm not a rookie. Actually, I'm not even advanced. I'm not even intermediate. I'm nowhere on this planet. All right, I'm not that advanced dude on this planet or that intermediate level musician on the planet. I'm just playing, y'all. Okay, now it's time to go to A flat. All right, so we got our 7/3/6 knocked up in the key of G. Now to play along with it, I love you, Lord. I love today because you care. The more you practice on it, the better you get at it, right? All right, so, and I'm keeping this as simple as I can get it. I mean, literally, like, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, but good enough to sound if you were at your home church playing in your praise team leader looking over at you like, man, where'd you get them chords from? Yeah, y'all got this from this dude named Andre Clark, this new cat on YouTube. The new cat. Who's this new cat on the line on YouTube? I got this from, or maybe y'all might want to keep it a secret. Some of y'all, like me, we like to keep stuff secrets. I ain't telling you who I'm learning from. No, you gonna have to just watch me grow. So anyway, see how I can do that? Chromatic, major, secret sauce. I can transpose this. I can do. Okay, let me stop. All right. Who is this new cat on the block? All right. So let me go ahead and drop this like this. Thank you guys for coming in and subscribing to my channel. Appreciate you guys. It wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you guys channeling in on my channel. Thank you for subscribing. I haven't had a chance to look back and see where I was at, but I was at under 100 subscribers on my page when I came back to YouTube to see what was cracking. I really wasn't going to move my contents from Facebook, which I had been on for many years, dropping stuff over there. And I'm hoping Facebook is not mad at me or jealous at me or nothing like that or tripping because I left him. But I only been gone for just a month or two. Let me see. September, October. We're in November now. I've only been gone for like 2 months from... Yeah. It's only been 2 months, Facebook. I ain't been gone that long now. Okay. But just to make the long story short, thank you for subscribing to my channel on YouTube. Like I said, I haven't went back to look, but I started out around 95 subscribers on my page. But that was only because I had other people on my page at the time. Now that I dropped my own contents on the page, and my page is like literally taking off, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually surprised. Actually, I'm actually surprised, thrilled, and like juiced. Anyway, yeah, so thank you for coming in and subscribing and hitting that like button, and also share with the brother, sister, cousin, uncle, niece, and nephew, godson, goddaughter. What else can I think of? Your neighbor, right? Your co-workers or whatever. Somebody that really want to learn how to play. Let them know that there's some new cat on the line, and his name is Andre Clark, bringing it bringing some stuff to YouTube. And thank you. And like I said, thank you for subscribing. For everybody who has come on and subscribed. Okay, let me see. I think I did this earlier today, or it might have been yesterday. I get my days crossed up. But let me go back into my email. I'm still trying to get used to this phone. Let me see where the email went to. Where's the email at? Generally on the email, it lets me know who had just recently subscribed. I'm hearing my phone making these ding ding noises, so I'm not sure if it's somebody's commenting or subscribing. Usually, if it's somebody subscribing, my Mac computer over here is gonna give me the ding. So yes, hit that subscribe button. All right, subscribe, share with somebody. Where's my email at? Where my email at? This guy said he transferred everything over. Where's the email at? Hold on, y'all. I told you, I'm still trying to get used to this. Oh, here it is. So thank you for those who have come in and subscribed recently. But if somebody has just recently subscribed, I'm gonna, thank you for coming in and subscribing onto my channel. Robert, oh my God, Rob, what's up, brother? Rob has subscribed. Woo! OM to the GZs. Thanks, Rob, for coming in and subscribing today. All right, so we got a Rob at the top of the key here. Rob is at the top of the swish at the top of the key. Thank you, Rob. Brother Robert has come in and subscribed today. All right. Let me roll back a little bit more. I have a whole bunch of emails that's coming popping in. And let me see. Does anybody else have subscribed so far? Share this content with somebody. Devin, I mentioned Devin yesterday. Devin Shanahan. I think I don't want to screw up people's name, but Devin has come in and subscribed on yesterday. Thank you for coming in and subscribing to my channel. Like I said, my channel was like 90 something at one point, and then all of a sudden I got this email saying, "Hey man, your channel is like at 300," and I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, that can't be." And then a few days later, after I had saw my channel was at 300 subscribers, it went to 500, and I got another congratulations from YouTube, and I'm like, "What? How that happened in like 2 or 3 days?" It was like 2 or 3 days, and it went to 500. And I'm scratching my head like, how is that possible? Because it was just 300 a few days before, and then all of a sudden it's 500. Listen, y'all, I went back maybe a week before last. I will say week before last. It was about 700 and something of subscribers people who has come in and subscribed to my page. Thank you again. I'm just surprised. I'm like I actually caught by surprise. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like what? Like what? Are you for real? Anyway, so I haven't had a chance to go back to see where I'm at now. But I'm like, y'all, let's hit this 10,000. Let's hit 5,000. I better watch for what I pray for. Let me be quiet. Let me get back. Let me come on back to earth. All right. Let's get that subscription up to. Let's get my channel to blaze to 10,000 subscribers. 110,000 subscribers. Right. I better watch what I pray for. Let me stop praying. Let me stop playing. Okay. So what we at? We on the key of A right now? Oh, A flat. So the same scenario. I was at G, so I had about. Okay. 7, 3, 6. Okay, so A flat. Step up. Same chord. So what I've done differently, which was I was doing the 3-finger chord, but as the key signature kept going up, I started feeling like it was losing its I guess I could put it like this, just a little to it. So I decided to change it from the 3-finger chord to a major 7th inversion move. And to me, that sounds cool. I kept these 2 chords. But when I went to my 3rd chord, still playing the 3-finger chord, I'm not feeling that. I feel it's kind of weak. So I'll feel this and the 7th. So that's what I'm doing. ever since I started it, probably back in the key of F, I think it was. I think I said F. Yeah, in the key of F. This is when I switched up. In the key of E, let me see. Did I start it in E? No. Yeah. So I started in the key of F, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so I started this in the key of F, changing it up. Instead of using a 3-finger chord, I'm using the major 7th move, second inversion. All right, and moving forward. All right, giving it a little bit more depth. Remember the 2, 3, 4. Alright, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. 5 to this, back to 1, 7, 3, 6. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today, 7, 3 to the 6. Alright, so you see how I'm doing that. Alright, so now we're going to go to the key of A. Right? Now you see, I'm tracking myself. There's a way you can track yourself. You can track your progression. All right, track how you are progressing. All right, to the next level. Not every musician is into helping people or advising or informing people to track yourself. You want to track yourself. You want to track your progress. Because no one should want to stay in the same place forever. You want to kind of do better, come up a little bit, learn how to do this in all 12 keys. That's coming up. For my beginner musicians, you are on the #1 right track from the gate. Yes, you starting out from the gate doing it right. For the ones who's been playing for 40 years, 60 years, 30 years, 20 years, we're struggling. Not everyone, but those ones who's been doing it for a while has not taken the time out to transcribe or to transpose their chord progressions to other keys. So struggling. And the thing is, every Sunday you're in the same key every Sunday. And you're trapped. You're stuck. That word is trapped, stuck. How to unstuck yourself like me. How am I going to unstuck myself? How am I going to get myself out of that sticky situation that I gotten myself into by playing one key all the time? Is come in here and practice. Right? Now, it's one thing practicing, but it's another thing going to church to perform the move. Oh. Yeah, that part. It's one thing to be at home to practice it, but it's a whole nother type of feel when you get to church to actually do it. And yeah, how do I explain that part? Yeah. So I learned this. It's just trial of error. Like, now me and my honey, we might practice some stuff. She's like, hey, listen, we want to do this on Sunday. Okay, cool. Let's practice the move. I'm here at the house. Me and her are practicing. So when I do get to church, I'm not going to be as nervous or scared to the death when I get there trying to move these chords that I'm literally learning how to do, right? And when I get to church, I'm not going to fail miserably because I want to put it in A, or I want to play it in B, or I want to play it in D, or I want to put it in F. I'm not going to be as frightened and scared and terrified and doing it because I got my singer with me. My singer, my helpmate. I got my help. I got my helpmate with me, right? So she gonna make sure I'm gonna be straight for Sunday, so I don't be up there, miserably messing up, y'all. All right, so that's why I'm saying, spend the time practicing, and locking in. I gotta do one thing right quick, y'all. Sorry about that because it should take me but a couple seconds. I'll be right back. Let me see. Let me put something on. Is this working? Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all listen to something that I'm learning to do. Okay, hold on. I did my phone, and now everything is transferring over to all of my devices. So hold on. Sorry, let me see. I just realized. Back that up. Right. Let's see. Let's see here. Do this one. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this while I run out and grab something. But since I got my new iPhone, the technician did something with it, so I'm gonna see. Let me see. Is this up? Now you trying to sound like the pros. Let's see here. Oh Lord. So y'all would agree that's fire, right? Well, to get that fire, you gotta learn the basics theory behind the madness. Right there. Alright, you gotta learn the basic theory behind the madness. Alright? And once you learn like your skills and stuff like that, you'll be able to pick out these chords. That's why I'm going this angle. Alright, taking this angle, alright, and saying, oh, okay, I know what he did, or I have an idea of some stuff that he did. Maybe not everything, but at some point I'll learn it. So that's why I'm going through this little process here. Alright, my honey is here. I'm pretty sure she's going to interrupt my flow. So far I got down to 9 keys. No, 8 keys? Yeah, 8 keys, I think. Alright, so I just have a few more to go, which would have been the key of A, B flat, B, and the key of C. All I had was just a few more to go. But my honey just rolled up, so I'm pretty sure she's going to want me to do something. But I'm going to come back and catch y'all later on, probably after I see what she wants to do. And then I'll be back probably to do some more video. If not, y'all catch me tomorrow. Alright, peace, love, and cornbread. I love y'all. Gone.